Split. Split is the second biggest city in Croatia and the largest ferry port. It is the cultural and economic center of the region. It is generally accepted that 295, the year when the construction of Diocletian Palace commenced, is the year when the city was founded. Archaeological findings suggest the existence of early Illyrian and Greek settlements in the same location. The city expanded and developed through construction, renovation and reconstruction of the palace. Split is a city of rich and turbulent history, a city of culture and sports.
Diocletian's Palace. Diocletian's Palace is one of the best preserved monuments of Roman architecture in the world. It was included in UNESCO's World Heritage List in 1979. The palace is named after its creator, the great Roman Emperor Diocletian, who was born in Salona or its vicinity and who spent his final years at the palace. The construction commenced in 295. It was built as a combination of a summer villa and a Roman military fortress. The southern section of the palace was reserved for the emperor and the northern for the military and servants. The palace is a rectangular building with 4 corner towers and as many gates. It covers an area of 30,000 square meters divided by 2 broad streets, Cargo and Decumanus, which ended in gates, golden, silver, brass and iron. After Diocletian's death, the palace was used by exiled members of the imperial family.
Brass Gate, the portal into Diocletian's cellars. The Brass Gate, South Gate or Porta Meridionalis is located on the southern side of Diocletian Palace. It was used as an exit to the sea through the cellars.
Diocletian's cellars. Diocletian's cellars are excellently preserved. There are a number among the best preserved complexes of antiquity of this sort in the world. They served as a supporting structure for the upper floor. The rooms above the basement, the emperor's chambers, have not been preserved, so the basement layout is used to reconstruct the upper floor rooms.
Cathedral of St. Domnius. The Cathedral of St. Domnius, Croatian Sveti Duje, is located in the mausoleum of Emperor Diocletian, the persecutor of Christians. The Christians turned the mausoleum into the cathedral in the mid-7th century, dedicating it to the Virgin Mary. Since the early medieval times, the cathedral is named after St. Domnius, a martyr from Salona and the patron saint of Split. The renowned doors of the cathedral in Split were made from wood by Master Andrea Buvina in 1214. They depict the scenes from Christ's life. The niche left to the entrance houses an altar of a more recent date, from the 18th century, dedicated to St. Domnius, where his relics were transferred in 1770, and with them his power as well. The 57-meter cathedral belfry, the most recognizable symbol of Split, was built from the 13th to the 16th century. It was renovated in the 19th century.
Silver Gate. The Silver Gate, Porta Orientalis, or the East Gate, was dedicated to Saint Apollinaire, an early Christian saint. Emperor Diocletian never walked through this door.
Golden Gate. The Golden Gate, Northern Gate or Porta Septentrionalis was envisioned as the main entrance into the palace. It is through this door that Emperor Diocletian walked into the palace on June 1st, 305. Only the emperor and members of his immediate family could use this gate. The gate was elaborately adorned.
Temple of Jupiter, Baptistery of Saint John the Baptist. The Temple of Jupiter found its place on Peristyle, across what is former mausoleum and the present-day Cathedral of Saint Dominus. It was built between 295 and 305. It served its purpose as the center of Jupiter's cult, and until the Middle Ages it was transformed into Baptistery of Saint John the Baptist. Today, the baptistery is dominated by a secession sculpture of Saint John the Baptist, the work of Ivan Meštrović, world-renowned Croatian sculptor.
Iron Gate. The city expanded to the west side of the walls during the 10th and 11th centuries, so the Iron Gate, Western Gate or Porta Occidentalis became an important juncture of the city sections inside and outside the walls. During the Middle Ages, it was known as the Free Gate, since it was the only gate that did not close after the city expanded westward.
The vestibule is a circle building with a rounded ceiling. Externally, it has the appearance of a large cube. It was the antechamber to Diocletian chambers, an area only for the selected few. Its height and shape had purpose of impressing the visitors before the actual meeting with the emperor. The chamber used to be decorated with marble plates and niche sculptures. The dome was decorated with a mosaic.
Peristyle. The peristyle is certainly the heart and the most vibrant part of the entire palace. The main square of the palace is located on the intersection of the two ancient streets, the Tecumanos, direction east-west, and the Cardo, direction north-south. It is encircled by 24 granite columns on three sides. It is a square that housed the Diocletian Mausoleum in the old days, and nowadays it is the home of the monumental Cathedral of St. Dominus. The black sphinx on the lateral side of the cathedral facade serves as a reminder of the Diocletian love of the mythology and mythical creatures. The floor area of the square is divided into two parts, the lower section leading into cellars and the upper section leading into the vestibule, reserved only for the chosen few. This is the square from which the emperor addressed his subjects.
The Peristyle Sphinx. The Sphinx, or as the ancient inhabitants of Split used to call her, the Gorgon, is 3,500 years old. In fact, by the time Diocletian ordered the Sphinx hallowed from Egypt, it had already been 18 centuries old. It was carved in black granite.